The Kalinin K-7. This was not a normal airplane, it was a literal mountain of solid steel designed to terrify the Western world. Built in the early 1930s, this mechanical monster possessed an astronomical wingspan of over 53 meters, making it one of the largest experimental heavy bombers ever constructed. The Soviet leadership wanted a giant strategic weapon that could carry over 100 fully armed troops directly into enemy territory. To defend this flying fortress, engineers covered the entire fuselage with 12 rapid-fire machine gun turrets covering every single angle of approach. Its landing gear was so massive that it looked like giant metal houses attached to the bottom of the wings. However, the extreme weight and unstable aerodynamics proved to be its ultimate downfall. During a critical test flight, the tail structure began to vibrate violently due to massive engine resonance, causing the entire aircraft to break apart in midair and crash violently into the ground. The government instantly canceled the project and buried all data, leaving the K-7 to become a forgotten ghost. The ZIL 4904. This amphibious machine did not use wheels or traditional tank tracks to move forward. Instead, it utilized two massive rotating steel screws that literally drilled their way through the most impassable environments on Earth. The Soviets engineered this unique screw-propelled vehicle for the sole purpose of rescuing cosmonauts who crashed into the remote swamps and heavy snowbanks of Siberia, where normal trucks would immediately get trapped and sink. The vehicle was completely unstoppable, gliding over deep mud, ice, and thick snow with absolute ease. But the machine had one fatal design flaw. When forced to travel on normal concrete roads, the giant steel screws would violently destroy the pavement while generating an unbearable noise and heavy vibration that practically destroyed the engine and made steering impossible for the driver. Because it was completely useless on standard civilian infrastructure, the project was permanently archived in a secret facility, the Lun-class Ekranoplan. This gigantic craft measured nearly 74 meters in length and utilized a unique physical phenomenon known as the ground effect to skim just a few meters above the flat surface of the ocean. By trapping a dense cushion of high-pressure air beneath its massive wings, it could cruise at an unbelievable velocity of over 500 kilometers per hour. Because it stayed so close to the waves, it was entirely invisible to Western radar and sonar systems, making it the ultimate stealth ocean hunter. To make things even more terrifying, the Soviets mounted 6 massive nuclear-capable guided missile tubes on its back, designed to annihilate American aircraft carrier strike groups in a single surprise attack. But the collapse of the Soviet Union in 1991 completely cut the funding, leaving the sole surviving model of this sea monster abandoned on a deserted beach in Derbent, the Object 279. This heavy tank was engineered specifically to survive the unthinkable chaos of a nuclear apocalypse. Unlike any other armored vehicle in human history, this terrifying machine was built with 4 independent sets of tracks instead of 2, and featured a unique aerodynamic hull that closely resembled a flying saucer. This smooth, curved armor was designed to prevent the shock waves of an atomic blast from flipping the tank over during combat. The vehicle was completely sealed against radioactive fallout and possessed a massive 130mm cannon capable of destroying fortifications from miles away. It could crawl through deep mud and frozen snowbanks where other heavy tanks would immediately sink. However, the extreme mechanical complexity of maintaining 4 separate tracks and the outrageous cost of mass production forced the military to abandon the concept after building only one functional prototype. Which of these machines was the most terrifying? Tell us in the comments.